Hey everyone, welcome to the new episode of More Than Just Task Management, your favorite daily podcast, helping you build a thriving business. My name is Anna Angelova. I'm a business coach and consultant and a co host of this podcast. And we are live on our Plandor channel today, a little bit later than usual, like 4 or 5 hours later than
It's
usual.
7 a.m. somewhere. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's true actually. And this was my favorite loyal co-host, Joris Minusman. Hey Joris, good afternoon. It's Friday, 2:30 p.m. our time.
Yeah, hey Anna, hey everyone. Happy Friday. What a nice sunny Friday it is. It almost feels like spring. It's beautiful. Beautiful Friday. Just another day out of our beautiful lives. Happy to be with you guys. Happy to be here, sharing our wisdom, what we've learned, what we think it's a lot of people, companies, leaders, owners can take advantage of. And yeah, I mean, let's start a conversation. I love our topic today. You've heard how passionate I am about this.
Yeah, our topic today is something right up your alley, and it's okay, I'll say it slowly. Digitization versus digitalization.
Digitization versus digitalization.
Yes, exactly.
Digits versus digital.
So ultimately, why you need both, right? As a business, what do these things are and why you need both? And w- uh, let's start a conversation with the easy question: what the fuck does these things mean? It's like,
Amazingly, you will be so surprised that I have asked these questions of CIOs, senior VPs, CEOs, and when you ask them what is the difference between digitalization, and what is the definition of each one of them? And you said, why do you need both? Actually, it's a once I explain what they are, you realize that without one, you cannot have the other. The first one is the precursor for step two. So digitization is going from analog to digital, from paper to Excel and to digital data. For example, we walked into one of our suppliers this morning. Remember, Anna? We walked in. I turned to the left. They had about 15 years of invoices piled up in a wall in boxes in paper. And the first thing that came out of my mouth, I'm like, oh, I can digitize all of this, and we can help them become digital. So what that means is there's a lot of information on paper, and I've seen this in factory floors where they do all of their quality in paper. They print about 30,000 pages per year per plant, where they keep track of all of their quality, all of their injuries, all of their downtime. Now, I went to the basement. I think there were four large rooms, uh, big boxes piled up to the ceiling, like you couldn't see the end of that room. All that is analog data, and there's nothing you can do with it. There's no history you can get out of it. There's no insights you can get out of it. Once you digitize that, now you have all that data in a digital format. Now you're everything. You're not printing anymore. All that history is piling up. What you can do, you can build new platforms, go to your digitalization stage where you consume that digital data and you get insights out of it. For example, the first thing that came out of my mind, to my mind today, when I saw this, if the owner was there or the operator, I would have said, digitize all of these invoices. I can, within a week, I can tell you who are your top 20 customers where you should focus on, who are your worst customers that you're losing money on, you should get rid of them, who are your top suppliers, what parts are buying at what price over the past few years. It's just so much efficiency you can get out of it. But you have to be digitized before you can be digitalized. All of these companies go out there and they don't bother. They go sit with the CIO and the CEO and say, oh, we can build you this system and this system. The CEO says, oh, I need that check mark on my resume. Let's go. Here is $1 million. Let's go build it. The first week they sit with the IT, they don't even have the data, or they don't know where to get it from, or half of it is on paper sitting somewhere. They have to hire a summer student to apply OCR to read those, digitize those analog paper data. So digitalization, the foundation of digitalization is data. Without having data in a digital format, you cannot go there. So this is what people don't understand. They are millions and millions of businesses across the globe, small business, even large businesses that are not even digitized. And we're talking about Industry 4.0, the next revolution. Not happening. They all have to be digitized first. Slow down. Put the brakes on. Don't scare people in wasting money. Go to them, talk to them, assess where they are, and this is what we do. We come, we partner up with you, we understand how digitized are you. Can you, when we talk about automation, if you're doing things on paper, we can automate anything. First, we have to bring you to the digital world, then we can automate things.
Very well said. So much to the point, and with digitalization, right? Digital, however you pronounce it.
Digitalization.
Digitalization, yeah. It's ultimately using technology to transform how you work. And whether it's some kind of automation or like implementing new systems, like you said, the basis for it is for you to actually be digital, right? Like you need to digitize first. You need to move away from, like, yeah, we all use some kind of paper, right? Like we do this, like even we do this, like with we all have some kind of a notebook, yeah, where we do things, but most of our work is actually digital, right? Most of our work is on a laptop. And
Absolutely. This is not the foundation of our business. What we're talking about is the foundation of your business, your invoices, your supplier data, your customer data, your CRM. If you're keeping, even if you're keeping a CRM on an Excel, that's not digitization. You're not digitized.
and I loved what you mentioned about digitizing, right? Like the digitization, right? The first step. That
Yeah,
this
digitization.
is
Yeah.
such a great example how when your invoices are, just printed, sit out there, if we come and ask you who are your most valuable, most profitable customers, the one you love working with and the ones who are bringing you the most revenue, you wouldn't be able to answer this question.
At best, he
And
will be able to tell you top two, three, four, maybe, but not top 20% when you need to focus. And when you're talking about using technology, we have to be very careful how we say, when you install a piece of software on its own, it means nothing. When we're talking about using technology, we're talking about applying that technology to your data. But your data has to be digitized. It has to be
yeah,
available. It has to be secure. It has to be correct. If none of this happens, you can get $10 million piece of technology. It's worthless. I've seen this happen. A number of my enterprise customers, they spent $800,000 on a piece of technology. 2 years later, it's dead because they didn't know how to use it. They didn't have the proper data. It's like when we say use technology, we mean apply technology to your data.
yes, and
So
what you were saying, like with these mistakes that you have seen, like that sometimes they're not even digitized, right? Like, and they're
yeah,
trying to digitalize, they're trying to automate and do things where like, oh, wait a minute, this is
and
on a paper in the basement. So this is a mistake. Another mistake is just stopping it. Okay, now you're digitized. Yes, while it moves it forward, right? While it provides, like allows you for doing some of the things faster, it's just the first step, like moving away
absolutely.
from paper to having something on the laptop doesn't mean that, oh, that's it, we are now in the 21st
Mm,
century. We
no,
have
no, no, no,
innovated. This is
by
the
no means.
first step, where it's the foundational step. Of course, it's a foundational step. This is just the
Mhm,
first step. Then you take the next step with the digitalization, like the one that actually allows you to
mhm,
mine the gold you have now. It allows you
yeah.
to automate, to make systems smarter, not just faster.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a process, and of course,
It is.
when we
And
talk about small, mid-sized businesses, the scale is smaller, but it's still really impactful. It's still
process is the
really
same. Yeah.
impactful taking these steps. It's still really impactful moving from all those
Mm-hmm.
invoices staying in like next to you piled up to
Mm-hmm.
having them on a system somewhere where you can actually start analyzing them. Like it's a step
Mm-hmm.
forward, and
Yeah.
it's impactful.
Absolutely. And there's one other thing I want to caution small business, even large businesses. Once you digitize, doesn't mean you immediately jump to the next step, digitalization. There is a big, um, not a gap, it's a pause. And the pause is when, now that you're digitized, you can start streamlining and automating your processes, your business processes. That's step number two. Then you go to the technology. Uh,
It's
it's,
so spot
it's,
on. It's so spot on.
yeah,
Yes, yes, yeah. Because you don't
up
want to
there, yeah,
automate something that's not working. Like
absolutely.
you just make it faster,
Automating the wrong
failing
thing.
faster, and yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. As soon as you automate something that's wrong, it will fail much faster. You're spot on. It will fail 10 times faster, and the results will be 10 times harsher. It's like literally you lift the floodgate, and all of a sudden, all this negative thing is impacting your business. So, digitize, pause the technology part of it, automate, streamline, even refine or validate. Maybe your business's process is just validated. And validation is also make sure that you had a paper process, your process applied. Now you automating this. Will it still apply? Will it still be valid? Will it still give you the results? These are the questions you need to ask. Once you ask and answer all of these, then you say, yes, I'm ready. I have data. I have good processes. Let's go get digitalized. And that's when your business becomes 100x, not 1, 2x, not 3x, not 10x, 100x. If you go get VC money and 100x your business without doing any of this, you're going to go flat on your face. It'll be one of those statistics of 95% of business will fail.
yeah. And as you were mentioning, questions that you can ask, other questions in general, like for the topic today, other questions that you can ask is, what data is still on paper? Like this is actually one of the
Mm-hmm.
first questions you want to ask. What things are we still doing that are still analog, right?
Yep.
To
Yep.
see.
Exactly.
And then from there, you can think about, okay, what are some repeating tasks, manual tasks? What are
Mm-hmm.
systems that are maybe disconnected, that are not talking to each other?
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
One by one, I start asking these questions and really
Absolutely.
see where your business is and how you
Mm-hmm.
can, and the power, like why we were talking about digitization and digitalization is that mm, these are two activities and steps that
Mm-hmm.
forget about just bringing your business to 21st century. They help you create so much effectiveness and efficiency in your business, in what
Yeah.
you do. They speed things up. They like you produce more with less time, with less resources, with
More
less
accurately.
investment, more accurately, free you
Mm-hmm.
up your
Mm-hmm.
time to actually focus on real
Mm-hmm.
value creation, not repetitive, stupid repetitive tasks and searching for a paper here or there.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Yeah.
really it really gives you, elevates you, right? Gives you wings to
Mm-hmm.
fly.
Empowers you.
Yeah, it
Empowers you. It's
empowers
like
you.
you put that shirt, a cape for Flash. Imagine if it frees up 20% of your 10-hour day, that's 2 hours a day. That's 14 hours a week. Imagine how much you can do with 14 hours.
Yeah, it
Ask
is. It
yourself,
is.
how much can I do with 14 hours? 14 hours is 1.5 days. It frees up 1.5 days of your week. That adds 1.5 days to your week. All of a sudden, your 7-day week is, sorry, I'm having a technical issue. All of a sudden, your week goes from 7 days to 8.5 days. Just think about that for a second. What can you
Six
do
and
with
a
that
half.
extra day?
I'm assuming from 7 to 6 or yeah.
No, no, no. Effort-wise, it adds an extra.
Oh,
No, no,
adding
no.
an extra day. Yeah,
Effort-wise,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah,
you
because
get
you were
an
talking about. Sorry,
extra.
sorry. Yeah, okay. Because you were
No,
talking about
no.
freeing time. Yeah.
Freeing time, effort-wise, it frees up an extra 14 hours a week. That means you have an extra day and a half a week. If you think about it, you have 8.5 days a week to work rather than 7 days a week.
Yeah, this is one way to see it. And then the other way to
Yeah, that's
see it
how I
is,
look at it.
yeah, the other way to see it is that ultimately it actually, like if you free this time and you decide that, you know what, I'm not spending it on work, it's actually free time, then instead of working 7 days, you work 6 or 5.5,
Absolutely,
right?
take that off. Go motorcycle riding. Go
Yeah,
play
yeah,
football. It doesn't matter. That you're basically you're increasing your own capacity from seven
yeah,
days a week to
your
8.5 days
output.
a week.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want with it. Work half days. Doesn't matter. So, anyways,
Yeah, I
we get
know.
passionate and we get into this. Let's go. And
You're passionate,
again, I'm
yeah, so passionate
I'm
about
really,
this.
really, really begging businesses, do not cave into this AI fallacy. All it is automation. First step, you digitize. Then you take your business processes, you validate, optimize. Then through digitalization, you can automate your processes. That's all AI is. For the next at least foreseeable decades, that's all AI is. We heard this from biggest institution in Canada, which have spent millions, if not tens of millions, of implementing AI. They at the end they both told us this is BS and it's just automation.
And one thing that
Don't
it
feed
will be a
into it.
separate, this one will be a separate conversation we will have actually
Yeah.
of
Yep.
where and how to use these automations and these things in your
Take advantage
business,
of it. Yep.
where and how to use it. One thing, don't use it the way that. So today, I noticed a couple of comments on one of our posts on social media, on LinkedIn, on the page, on the business page. So the first comment says, funny how referrals can be right under your nose, but we're too busy chasing strangers. I started asking clients directly, know anyone who might need this? It's opened doors I didn't even think about. So this is the first comment.
Mm.
The
Yep.
second comment is, referrals have been a game changer for me, kidding. But seriously, they've made a big difference. I started asking clients directly, who else do you think would benefit? And it's been a simple tweak with huge results. Definitely something I wish I'd done sooner. When I saw the second, which was like 5 hours after, it's two different people, right? When I saw the
Yep.
second message, I actually took a closer look at the first message. These two messages were most likely automations. Like these people most likely have an automated tool that posts on their behalf, goes to different posts and
Yep.
reads and summarizes and creates a
Mm.
never replace human connection with any
Wow.
kind of technology. This thing, like LinkedIn, this is one of the things that a lot of people are getting fed up with
Wow.
LinkedIn because it's full of those automated messages that you are not interacting with a person. This is someone's bot
Wow.
or chat or something like this. Never like automate the mundane,
Wow.
automate the stupid. Never automate and replace the human connection
Wow.
with this is it requires a separate episode, but because just you opened a little bit about AI and things like this,
Amazing.
and I just thought I wanna share it. So anyway, we talked a lot.
Amazing how you caught it. I can't believe it. I would have never caught that.
Well, just
You
because a
caught, you're
second
so
a
smart,
second
man.
comment came and both are saying, the first one said, I started asking clients directly, know anyone who might need this? And the second one says, I started asking clients directly, who else do you think would benefit? And
It's the same chat GPT. They even use the same chat GPT.
I'm like,
Wow.
what the fuck? And these are both
Wow.
marketing manager and product marketing, content marketing, email marketing
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, this
These
is the
are
problem. They'll be weeded out very quickly. These
it,
companies will be weeded out very quickly, these people.
it,
Wow,
it's like
unbelievable. What a catch. We need 3 episodes just on this.
more
And
more even
one
like
of the
it's
things we need to do, Anna, help people identify these. Give people tools to identify these. With
it's
the
like
BS from you're right. Don't automate. Like I've had three business dinners tonight, this week. This is my next week. I'm gonna have maybe three more. The following week, I traveled the world to have this human connection. And I heard one of my colleagues says, "Oh, I never do that." Well, let's compare apples to apples. Your results to my results. It's Yeah, I love it. The human connection will never die. It we keep hearing. You saw my. I know we're stretching it out, but you saw my comment about Excel died. Every year, a number of technologies die. I firmly believe AI with this current hype will either die or diminish in less than 2 years.
It will. It will. Just
It
like
will. It will
blockchain and
disappear,
all these kind of things. Yeah, people
just like
people are
blockchain.
already getting fed up by it and starting to recognize the patterns. So yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing. Love it. Thank you for catching that. I have to learn from you how to catch it. You have to coach me.
And this is well, they were basically identical, right? These two comments were identical, and this is the thing. Like, we are starting to realize when things are written by ChatGPT, and it shows. It's not
Mm.
like we're not using. We are using it as
Yeah.
well. Like, it's not like we're not using it. But
No, we use
when
it
it
for the
comes
right
to
things. Yeah.
real connection, when it comes to you personally posting and connecting something, commenting somewhere, never automate this thing. If it comes from you,
Yeah.
it needs to be you. But anyway, these are
Yes.
conversations
Yeah.
that we'll have
All
in the
right.
future. For now, digitization is the first step. You move the paper on the laptop. Digitalization is the second, where you uh, streamline, automate, make systems talk, create new systems. And I love what you
Get
said.
insights out of your data.
In
Yeah.
between, you don't jump the moment you digitize, then oh, let's digitalize now.
No, no,
No,
no.
you pause and you do the people processes first. Do we have the right people? Do we have the right processes?
Process.
And then
Will
you
they
say,
endure
okay, now,
digitalization? Would our process endure
yeah.
digitalization? A lot of companies, I know they won't.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
awesome conversation. Thank you
Love
so
it.
much for your insights. And for our listeners, viewers, we'll be back tomorrow morning, in the morning, not in the afternoon. Mm, so,
We
yeah,
promise.
stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and if there's anything we can help with, feel free to
Yeah,
connect with
please.
us and
Yeah.
ask questions. We are here to help you uh, create a
Yeah.
thriving business ultimately.
Ping us, have conversation with us, ask questions. We're here to answer and help. I see such a lack of knowledge about these, and large companies, like especially larger consulting companies and product companies, they take advantage of people's lack of knowledge, and it's so unfair. I see this, and I'm such a proponent for not going against it, but use it the right way. Anyways, have a good Saturday,
Friday
Friday,
afternoon.
everyone.
Cheers.
It feels like a Saturday.
It does. It
Cheers,
does.
and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, Anna.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Jonas.
everyone, for listening.